All right, 6:54 here at News Talk 96.5 KPEL. The season of giving is not over just because Christmas is over. Our friend Mitzi Bro is here with us from United Blood Services. And welcome in. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I said I was so jealous of you. You said you actually had a very peaceful, quiet
I
Christmas.
did. It was quiet.
Because you look very relaxed and very rested.
Oh, well, good. I'm glad.
I feel very high strung and like might have had a drink on the way to work this morning. But
I don't feel that way.
coffee, of course.
Of course.
Okay, so what's going on at United Blood Services? Always some really cool things going on around the holidays, and I don't think this year is any exception.
Right. So while I had my peaceful Christmas at home with my family and you had your crazy Christmas at home with your family.
Yes.
There were people who were not at home and they were in the hospitals. The hospitals were busy over the holidays and there were people there that needed blood. So to those of you who donated last week when we asked you to, thank you, because you made sure that the blood was there for them, and hopefully those people will go home this week. So to those of you who didn't have time to come out last week, we understand. We ask that while you're out this week, returning gifts, using your gift cards.
Make those returns, yes.
Make time, carve out an hour of your day to come to us and donate blood, because we need to make sure that the blood is there through the New Year's holiday, where we all know that accidents are probably going to happen.
Well, and I think it's interesting to say that a lot of times what happens is it may not be a dip in donations. And it may not be a spike in need, but a dip in donations, which, your whole world is supply and demand.
Right.
That is your whole existence.
Right.
You're nice, too. You're a nice person. You have other things to worry about. But, you never want someone to get into an accident or to, maybe they have cancer and they need platelets. You never want someone to be in this situation and not be able to get it just because the supply's not there.
Right.
It should be a way better reason,
Right.
And those reasons come up sometimes.
And we can make sure that it's there. It's a fixable problem. If the problem is there, it can easily be fixed. We just need people to make it a priority and remember that it's the blood on the shelf that saves a life. So it's the blood that's going to be donated today, tomorrow, and the day after that's going to save lives if an accident happens on New Year's Eve.
Now, we're speaking with Mitzi Bro this morning, Acadiana's Morning News. Mitzi is with United Blood Services. I wanted to ask, now that we're in between holidays, for the holiday season, what's the usual trend? Is there something as far as an average goes for at least the Acadiana area as far as blood donations go? Is there usually a dip? Is it a spike?
How
does it usually fall?
So we typically have a 20% decline in donations over the Christmas and New Year's holiday. Going into the first week of January, that's going to dip even more because that first and second week of January, nobody seems to move around or do anything at all.
Right.
Because we're tired. It's understandable.
And I'm thinking the kids are home too, so maybe you're not getting out as much perhaps?
Right. So we always see the decline starting right before Christmas and into the first 2 weeks of January. And then with all of the movement and the traveling, we do see a spike in usage this time of year. Some people even have elective surgeries this time of year.
Okay.
Well, they might have time off.
Right, exactly. So that supply and demand thing is there again. We see it teeter-totters from donations and need back and forth.
Now, as far as people, you mentioned a lot of people traveling. Of course, there may be people traveling into Acadiana. Can they also donate, if they're not from the area, maybe from surrounding states or whatnot?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. As a matter of fact, our dream vacation that we give away 3 years ago now, there was a gentleman who was visiting he was from the Baton Rouge area, Gonzales area. He was visiting his uncle in Opelousas and decided to come to our donor center and donate blood, and he won the dream vacation.
Wow, that's really cool.
So,
you know what? It's all everybody's blood's the same,
right?
There are some people that have that golden blood. What is that blood type that you always want?
So there's O negative, which is your universal. That's what if you are rushed into the emergency room, that's what they're going to give you because they're not going to take time to type
check, right.
Then there's that O negative, CMV negative, which is it's like less than 1% of the population, and that's the blood that can be transfused to preemies.
All right. Wow. Mitzi Bros here from United Blood Services. We'll get all this information, including the great things they have going on over United Blood Services, great things you'll get in return. The season of giving continues, and we want you to be a part of it as well. It's 6:59 here at News Talk 96.5 KPEL. We'll put this interview up at kpel965.com. Share it far and wide. Anyone who has time, who's out and about, go ahead and go donate some blood.